All right, so we're back again after I broke the stud on the downpipe here, and Gabrielle's been using the car. It's been a few weeks. It's been hanging on with the other stud, so he's able to use it. But another crazy problem has popped up. The turbo studs have fallen out again. Now, if you've watched my blog or read my blog, you've seen that we've already addressed this issue once, and it's already been back to engine to get it fixed, and it's happening again. So we have to address two issues today. Like, the first one is getting the downpipe out and fixing the studs on the downpipe, and then we have to fix the studs on the turbo as well. So let's get to it. All right, so we got a couple different issues in here. This is the stud that actually broke off, and as you can see, we have a nut just barely hanging on it. We took the car to an exhaust shop, and he was able to just get that nut just barely on there. But this one over here is bound up, and I think I have a theory or reason why these things bind up. If you can kind of see there, the flanged nut is just barely touching the weld on the crosspipe, and I think what happens is when it starts touching that weld, the nut kind of almost like cross threads itself, and you're not able to fully tighten the nut, and at the same time you can't back it back off. See, that's what happened on this side. I was trying to back it back off, and then the stud just snapped. So what we're going to try to do first is get the stud that is stuck, and if it breaks, it breaks, but we hope not. Well, it's coming a little bit.
PB Blaster!
Yeah, and then I can feel it if it's kind of binding up. So it comes a little bit and then it binds up, but it just moved. What moved? Did the nut move or did the stud move? We'll find out, I guess. You know, it's funny, we took it to one exhaust shop hoping that he would just be able to fix the stud for us, and he said no, he didn't want to mess with that. And we took it to another exhaust shop, and both of these exhaust shops are highly recommended, and neither one of them wanted to deal with the broken stud. They said it's just not worth their time. So now we're back doing it ourselves. Yeah, it feels weird, but it's also coming at the same time. It looks like it's coming off. So that's good. It doesn't feel good. You know what I mean?
These are some weird noises.
Yeah, it's very strange. Just like it catches and then releases and then catches again. That's why it's making that kind of like popping noise.
Do you think it's possible to sand the welds a little bit to make them more flat?
So yeah, we could try that. But I also have another idea of taking like a washer and trimming the washer so it fits up against the weld, and then that'll like set the nut up far enough away from the weld that it doesn't bind up against on the weld, you know? Because I think that's the reason why like you can never get this thing tight enough to seal, is because you run the nut down and then it hits the weld, but it doesn't actually like fully tighten up. Something's happening. I think what we're doing is backing the stud out, which I'd be fine too, because then we could just put a bolt in there.
That would actually be the best thing possible.
Yeah, because the bolts I have are grade 8.8. They're probably a lot stronger than these whatever cheese grade studs they made these out of.
You know, I was only able to put PB Blaster on the nut, not on the stud, or if you want, you can spray a little bit. Watch out, it's gonna leak on your face.
I know. I gave it a little squirt, like in between the, maybe I can get a little squirt on top. Let me see. Yeah, okay. That might have helped.
I'm telling you, man, it's better when it's wet.
That's what she said.
What's coming out?
Pretty sure the stud's just coming out. No, it's like, it's still unscrewing.
Still?
At least it feels like it's still unscrewing, I think. Anyway, can't tell. The nut feels loose, but why isn't the nut coming off? I think the nut might have pulled its own threads out, and that's why maybe it's just stuck on there. I think it can't come off because it's actually like the threads on the nut are buggered up.
Pliers?
Yeah, have me a pair of pliers. Maybe I can just get a hold of it and pull it off. There you go. There we go. That's hilarious. It's about to come off, it's trying to.
So you're saying that you can do what the muffler shop couldn't do?
Exactly. Come on, you bastard nut. So we gotta pull down and turn at the same time because it still has like some remnants of threads on it.
Yeah.
But not enough for it to actually just unscrew. You know what? It would help if this little bracket wasn't here. I'm just taking, there's a little bracket right here that's like not even doing anything, I don't think. Like, what is that a bracket for? Maybe it has something to do with the stock cross pipe or something, I don't know. I'm just taking it off to get some more room here. Yeah, why is this bracket even here? It's not connected to shit.
Sub brace, I don't know. Weight reduction.
Yeah, weight reduction. Okay, that gives me a little bit more room. That's nice.
Do you have room to grab the stud with the pliers?
Look at this bullshit.
Oh God, you took it out?
Took it off.
Wow. How does the stud look like?
The stud looks a little chewed up. That's not good. And this nut is definitely chewed up. Yeah, like so the threads like inside this nut just completely buggered off. Like it's basically smooth inside this nut. The problem is it kind of looks like the stud is buggered up too. So what I want to do with the washer, I don't know if there's enough room on the stud left. Can you see how it's kind of like the end of the stud there? It looks like the threads are ground off. We can still try what I want to do with like the washer. We're probably gonna have to like loosen some of this stuff up though, just so that this can move again. I think we're also supposed to loosen these nuts on the downpipe bracket.
So what do you want to do with the stud?
We can try to put a nut and a washer on it like I want to.
Let's try it.
All right, so I cut off a little chunk of a washer, and that way it'll fit up here on the stud and space the nut off so it doesn't hit the welds, hopefully. Just gonna wipe some of this PB blaster off because I'm gonna use just a little bit of double-sided tape to stick the washer there to like hold it in place. All right, so the washer's being held in place. Loosen it just a little bit more. Try to get that washer underneath there. That washer is now, yeah, there we go, all the way. It's all the way underneath that nut now. So yeah, that's good. I was able to slip that washer underneath the nut on this side. I'm wondering if we want to loosen the brackets.
We should.
Yeah.
We have to actually.
So let's go ahead and loosen that now. Yeah, it's a 14. I think maybe we also need to loosen where the bracket attaches to the downpipe maybe. Alright, that one's loose. So that downpipe bracket is loose. Now we need to loosen the bracket over here. Should probably loosen the actual cross pipe to mid pipe connection. Alright, so everything's kind of loosey-goosey in here. And I think we can go ahead and tighten the one side.
The broken stud side.
Okay, yeah, that looks like it'll clear the weld. That seemed like that worked. That pulled it right up on there. That did it, man. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I just got it on there.
What?
It seems to be going fine.
What?
Or is that an illusion?
Oh, come on, Dana. Don't play with my heart. I mean, you're going at it. Are you cross-threading it right now?
I don't think so. It looks like it's straight. And it looks like the washer that I put on there is working correctly too.
Bro, that looks tight.
So this side is definitely tight. When I tightened this up, I could actually see the cross pipe like suck up to the
right
to the downpipe the way it's supposed to be. And over here on this side, it's not touching the welds at all, which is fine.
Why?
I don't know, the welds are different.
Well, we got lucky. We have evaded the welds, Dano.
The flange nut touched the weld, but this standard nut doesn't. On this side, the welds are a little bit thicker. But let me see if I can tighten it. There we go, that bonded out. That feels solid. Yeah, it's tight.
Sweet.
This side's tight.
You might have just fixed it.
Well, damn. Okay, well that saves us the trouble of taking the downpipe off, I guess. So
now we have to tighten the other parts.
Yeah, we have to tighten up all this other stuff. Tighten up. I think I'm going to tighten up these. What should we like the bracket for the downpipe?
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and do that.
All right, this video is starting to run a little long, so I'm gonna have to split off the turbo studs into its own video. So be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss that. But dang, I gotta tell you, it feels good to have this cross pipe all sorted out. If any of you guys are going to install the Goodwin cross pipe, make sure you keep an eye on those welds and don't let your nuts bind on them. Thanks for watching. See you next time.